All right. Where to start? Couple things. All right. You know my thing of sort of like not only road etiquette, but road etiquette as it pertains to your space, vicinity, home, workplace, what have you. Meaning, if you're heading to Buellton and some guy with Utah plates cuts you off, throw him the bird.
Right.
But if you're sort of backing out of your own driveway and a guy who lives 2 houses down is coming, don't throw that guy the bird. Yeah. He's there.
Don't start a turf war.
You sort of live with that guy.
I've been burned by this. Right, getting to Tessa's daycare is a little bit of a complicated turn, and I've honked at cars before that have pulled into the same blocks. Like,
yeah, you got to kind of stifle yourself because you live in the same cul-de-sac as those guys or whatever.
You're going to the same parking lot.
But that being said, so the sort of local at a few events. One is the electric car. I got a lot of Teslas in my neighborhood, which is a good sign, but it's tough. The complete and utter silence. Those things, it's like living with the SEAL Team 6. They're sliding up behind you. Next thing you know, you feel the piano wire on your neck, and it's too goddamn late. I'm walking Phil down the street.
It's too late.
I'm walking Phil down the street the other day. I get a lady, and there's like a construction dumpster, big dumpster, like on the street, so it's kind of blocking a little way, and a lady's at a Mercedes, and she's facing me, and she's facing Phil, and she stops about 20 feet in front of us. We're just walking the dog, and I see her with her hand. She extends her hand forward, and she's like, come on. Like she's going, come forward. And I'm like looking at her. Phil's dragging his ass and sniffing around, and I'm looking at her going, come forward. And then she's like, come forward. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking. And then she's like, oh, God damn it. And she just takes off straight ahead, like, come on. And she just blasts forward. And I'm like, what was that? And I turn around, and there was a Tesla, the one with the Falcon doors, stopped about 10 feet behind me, completely silently, and she was saying, like, go around the dumpster, and the person did what the person does, which they just sort of sit there, and she was like, oh, goddamn, and she went forward, and I thought the entire thing was meant for me, because I could heard nothing, total silence behind me. But this, the day before, this is a good tip for all the indignant asswipes out there.
Listen up.
You
know who you are.
Good name for a groundlings troop.
I got the move over, frayed knots. There's a new troop in town. So I'm leaving here, and I'm turning right onto the main street, and I'm just going to stay in the right lane and then turn right again and get on the freeway. And I'm one of these people that if someone's coming down the street and they're in the left lane and there's 2 lanes, I'm a big fan of you turn right. Do not wait for don't wait for the goddamn C's to part all the time. There's so many people that won't make their move because it's like somebody's coming somewhere at some distant time. There's a potential of another vehicle coming this direction.
Put their ear to the ground like a Native American.
Now we wait.
Many men go this way. Yeah. Minivan. Fortnite may come this way. So, Chevy Tahoe. No. Ford Astrovan. Many youth it contain.
So is it come to turn? Is he done yet? Is he just turn? Is he going to get back in the car?
For many moon, my people have turned right on red. Many have perished in a fiery crash.
Honey, we're going to be late.
Hold your reservations for 15 minutes.
Consult elders.
I think he wants us to call some. I think he wants us to check ways.
I got to take this medication with food.
Escalade.
I don't want to be disrespectful of his culture and his ways.
Silverado. Hey, Ford F-250.
I think we just have to go.
Oh, crew cab. All right, I'm going to get a kebab. You guys can turn. So
all that for that?
I turn while some chick is in the left lane. Also, the other one, too, I've noticed is if you want to speed, I love that about you. I love that personality trait of speeding, whether it's on the freeway or on just a side street or just a main street.
Sure.
Speed away. But if you're doing 90 on the freeway, which I enjoy, and I'm doing 75 and I switch a lane and you're coming up on me because you've chosen to do 90 and you have to go around, don't give me the bird. That is when you want to go 90, you may go 90, and that is fine. But if everyone is going 65 and they're doing what they're doing and you're closing on them 5 times as fast, that's fine. But you no longer have the right to get indignant about what they're doing because your closing speed is way. It's like saying, you guys walk through a shopping mall. I'm going to run through a shopping mall. And if we bang shoulders, I'm going to be ripped. I will be indignant about it. It's like, okay, run through the shopping mall. But fine. But if you bang into somebody, that'll be because you're running. But I'm fine with that.
So you were at the mall. Sorry.
This person is sort of speeding down the left lane. I turn into the right lane, just not in front of her or anything. Just turn and just go. She somehow, people kind of react to that sometimes, like, oh, there's movement. Like somebody's coming in front of me, but they're not. They're in their lane. And as she passed me, and here's my tip to everybody, gave me the bird, but it's not effective to do the bird on the passenger side.
Yeah.
But this chick was cunning. She had the sunroof open.
Oh, wow.
So she went dorsal fin.
She Flintstoned it right up the top.
She went full dorsal Flintstone. Boom, right up the top with the FU.
She blowholed you.
Yeah, she blowholed me. She blowholed me, and it took a matter of seconds before it was a millisecond. It's like hand right up the thing.
Oh, that's
a
comical.
Yeah, it was good. And then she proceeded to like turn left into one of the drivers. So again, we're like sort of neighbor drivers, you know. But speaking of the ultimate neighbor driver, so I feel like people don't have the ability to kind of assess what is going on, the context of what's going on around them. So I was going to the Architect on Friday.
And is this where you pulled Natalia out during her lunch period?
Hell to the yes.
Nice.
Hell yes. Because whatever's going on at that school that doesn't allow boys to play football. So strike number one, whatever's going on there from, 12:30 to 2:30 can't nearly be as important as what's going to go on in that architect's office. Awesome. And I'm interested in life, not boring kids to death. The desk attached to a chair. So I said, I'm going to the Architect on Friday. Natalia is into it big time. And it's exciting. You're planning your dream home, and you're going through all the stuff you want, all the stuff you don't want, and it's nice. It's years of just living in other people's old houses and fixing them up as best I could, but it's still old houses. Here's how I live. Here's what I want. I don't want the washing machine down in the basement. I want it on the top floor where we don't have to walk around. You don't have to go carry the baskets up and down the stairs and blah blah blah.
Smart.
So what all the stuff, all my Recyclarolla chutes and all the trash chutes, and like I'm doing everything. I got a nap room. I got a car on a turntable. I'm doing it all.
You have Natalia's bowling alley. You have her moat.
She's like, can we have an elevator? And I'm like, maybe we can have an elevator. And she's like, I want a lazy river. And she's like,
awesome.
Oh, she wants a grotto and a water slide and a lazy river and then, all this. Anyway.
Take her to Holmby Hills.
So we're taking her. she's gonna. So I say, look, I'm going to Architect on Friday. I'm supposed to be there at 1. What time's lunch? It's at 12 or 12:30 or whatever it is. I tell Lynette, you grab Natalia. I'm going to be here podcasting and right until 12:30. Drop her right at 12:30. I'll get the hell out of here. We'll make it to the Architect by 1. Blah blah blah. And so, it's kind of tight. I'm going to wrap it up with Mark Garrigus at 12:30, and then I'm going to hit the road, and the Architect's mid-Wilshire, and we're going to have to. So, like clockwork, I'm literally pulling out of the driveway here while Lynette is pulling up coming the other direction on the street. Perfect timing, right at 12:30. Natalia is jumping out of the car and jumps into my car. Lynette's car is facing one way. My car is facing the other. We have that moment where we roll the window down and I give we'll be done at 2 and then I'll back at 3 and Olga, and I hear horn honk.
Jesus.
And it's like, there's a couple behind us. It's like, hey, move. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I get it. When somebody's asleep at a light turns green and not doing it, there's clearly a context here. Somebody just jumped in the car, the other's facing. There's a
1 second.
There's a conversation that's been 3 seconds, and you're giving the hey, move, and it's like, hey, asswipe, you can't. I'm an asshole. I honk, but I don't honk when parents are having a conversation through a window that lasts 3. Yeah, that's 3 seconds long
in a building that you own.
Give it to like 8 Mississippi and then honk. You just saw the kid jump in the car. You just saw this thing. I'm like doing the move where I'm talking and kind of rolling forward, and I get the honk.
Ops, yeah.
Jesus, goddamn Christ. All right.
Did you go through the moonroof with the finger?
I was stupid. I didn't have it in the prone position. I wasn't ready.
Okay.
I was not prepared. So
you probably thought of this, but on the notion of an elevator in the house, Christy's grandparents built their